I'm kind of embarrassed about this question, but I'm wondering if I'll ever get my man. Anybody you might call in, or something about my cat, or my thing I have with energies, with my jobs, just whatever comes up. I'm open to it.
What's been happening is there's been a couple that have wanted to come in, but your heart was asking for more than where you were at. Welcome to Taste Your Magic. I'm Ruth Barkley. They call me the Oracle around the world. We work with people with amplifying their gifts, helping them understand their natural abilities and how can that be beneficial in all parts of their life. We work with people in their business. We work with just loved ones who've passed on, helping closure come in, helping lighting up their hearts and helping the next movements forward in their life as well. And you'll see a lot of different fun things on this channel, but today we're doing readings. And in these readings, you can have any questions that you've got. An oracle reading is anything about you, your life, your gifts, and we do animal communication. So some people ask about their animals and how they're doing. And then we also do angel connections where we can talk to a past loved one who has passed on. And today we have Robin, who is a freaking awesome woman. She came to Egypt with us. So if you watch any of the Egypt ones, she held a crocodile and we worked, and your gifts just activated like no other on that trip. I'm so proud of you. And you just look vibrant.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. It's very noticeable.
Egypt changed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stepped up to the challenge, because Egypt, whenever we have a big retreat, especially Egypt, it makes you start adjusting before you even come. So you can like really be there and then be ready for the next movements. And you went through a lot of adjusting before, and I'm just so proud of you. But how can I help you today? What's a question you have?
Just whatever comes up for you, but I'm kind of embarrassed about this question, but I'm wondering if I'll ever get my man. And then I'm wondering things like anybody you might call in, or something about my cat, or my thing I have with energies, with my jobs, just whatever comes up. I'm open to it.
Well, you started with your man, so let's kind of start with that one, and then we'll see which ones pop up after that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you dating anybody right now?
No.
No. Okay. What's been happening is there's been a couple that have wanted to come in, but your heart was asking for more than where you were at. And so if these ones came in, they would have matched kind of the past Robin, right? And you're finding a lot of grounding. You're figuring out who are you in this life without all these different roles and responsibilities and different things that make you dance, right?
Right.
And so some of those guys actually just passed by instead of coming in, because your heart was like, I can't handle a mess right now coming into my mess while I'm trying to figure it out, right? Sure. And so it ends up being really good, because now that you're stepping more into the power of who you are, and you're seeing how when you want to create something, you're creating it, right? And you're getting proof that I'm here. I'm Robin. I'm gifted. These different aspects of you that you're able to finally believe and see and witness. And so now the man is, I hear he's getting there. He's getting there. And he's quite handsome, actually. It's a real one you can see. And I'm trying to see if you know this one already or not. You'll feel like you knew him, but I don't know if you knew him in the past. And so do you have a question with that?
I can't. I don't know.
So you live here, right? And I keep hearing Vegas. So tell me about Vegas.
I haven't been there in a while. When you said that, what the word that came into my head was elopement.
You're like, ooh, that's fun. Yeah. When you are letting your heart call this man, I would let yourself really discover what parts that you like about you that you want to be seen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then practice that being seen and just see kind of who comes up as he's coming in.
Okay.
And that way you're not going to be too scared or shy or something like that with these gorgeous parts of you. So when he loves those, you're going to let him love those parts.
So I don't do dating websites or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we're living in a world where it's really hard to meet people.
It's like quick connections, and then you've got to build good relationships. It will take a little bit of that extra energy and stuff. But dating sites, no, I don't. I think you're going to meet him in Vegas, which is a funny place, but it almost seems like you know him somehow, but you're just, it's more of like a familiar thing, but kind of like how everybody keeps going, have we met? I think I've met you. And I'm like, I don't think you've met her yet, but Robin has a very familiar space. He's going to have kind of that feel also.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Do you want times? Maybe we could get some time frames.
Sure.
So I would say start to be happy and open to trying out some guys at least by 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
They'll come in and out and let them play, like figure out what do you like about yourself, and you'll have one that might match with that, and then one might match with this part, and then one might, right? Mm-hmm. But the one that can kind of hold them all, it feels like it's going to just be open around 6 months.
Nice.
So we'll check in with her again on this.
Okay.
So now, what's a question you have now?
So I'm feeling like I have something with energies and like plant energies and people's energies and nature energies, animal energies. And I feel gifted in a way that I think that I feel these more than a lot of people can feel them. And it's almost surprising to me every time. But I'm wondering if you can tell me anything about how I could possibly hone those, or what I can do with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one good thing that you've been working on is kind of calming the chaos in the thoughts. And so it feels good. You've done a really good job with that. You've been working with that. And I can tell.
Thank you.
And so now what you can do is now you're going to feel with your heart, but allow your mind to connect with your heart. Okay. Mm-hmm. And as you do that, see how language comes to you. So like when we went to Egypt, or anytime you go to a foreign country or something, there's always a part that you can connect with someone that doesn't know the same language as you. There's always something, right? You can learn one or two things. And so start to learn you and what catches your attention easy. And then after you kind of get something that resonates with you, then it's clarity questions. A lot of clarity questions, like very simple questions. I
struggle with those.
You want a lot of very vast answers, and then they flood you, and it's like, and so you've got to funnel it into more simplified.
Yeah, I struggle with the specifics.
Yeah. So this is what I would do is like, this example for me came up for a while. So when I started talking pretty heavily with people who've passed on, I noticed that if it was like a little boy, I would first be like, I'd see like a baby blue blanket. Okay. And then I'd be like, oh, is it a little boy? Like if I didn't see it, right? But I could feel it coming through or trying to connect. Then in my mind or even here, remind me of like, oh, blanket. Oh, is there a kid here? And then I'd be like, oh, blue. Oh, hey, it's a little baby boy or a little boy, right? Mm-hmm. And so I started to learn what my things meant or caught my attention. So what's something that kind of catches your attention when you know, like, let's go with when your cat, right?
Yeah.
When you know your cat is trying to connect with you, what's something that you notice?
Well, I notice her, she sees energies or spirits. She plays with them. She watches them, but she's always protective of me, and she'll always look back to me, and she'll get these big eyes, and she'll stay close to me. And so we have that.
Yeah. She'll look at you and you'll feel connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's checking on you, or she's saying, I love you, or asking for your support or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does that come in? We're going to get nitty gritty with you. So
the part about her asking me for support stands out. Recently, we thought my dad was going to pass away, and he's been in a hospital bed in our dining room, and we actually put the house up for sale, and people were coming and looking at the house. We got rid of half the furniture and packed half the house.
Wow.
And my cat, her name's Aphrodite, she was feeling needy and insecure. And I think on a live reading, this came up that you did on Facebook. You told me to tell her that everything's going to be okay, and to give her that confidence, to let her know, hey, we're good. We're going to be fine.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay. And I just had the chills.
Yeah. And so you could tell, because what I'm hearing is she gets your eye contact somehow. She tries to find you to look at her or notice something, right? And then it sounds like she gives you a feeling of what she's feeling. Yeah?
Yes.
Is that what you notice?
Yes.
Okay. And so you connect through feelings really easy with your gifts. Okay. So then that's where you're going to get a little more nitty gritty with, all right, if I'm going to develop these, I've got to start getting clarity on categories. I got to start getting clarity on simplifying questions and acknowledging I got the answer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just like if you're like, hey, Aphrodite, oh, are you not doing so good? And then you get confirmation, oh, you're not doing so good. Okay, that's a confirmation. Well, now she can talk to you more. So claiming the information, and then if you have more questions on it, you can get a little bit more,
Okay.
right? And that's what I would do to try to calm down, because you're going to get a lot of feelings that come in. It's like, oh, that's talking. Oh, that's talking. Oh, that's talking. When really it's just, you are just connecting in a love movement, right? And just because you're hearing the vibrations of it doesn't mean they're asking for anything from you. But you're going to work on your gifts. And so now you get that clarity of, oh, I feel this. And then ask the question, is it this? And learn what your yeses and nos are. Do you know what those are yet? Do you know how to tell if it's a yes or no for you?
It's like a gut feeling.
Okay.
And I also feel it physically, like the energy that goes in me. And I can feel if it's a bad or a good. So
yeah, really
I think
good.
So.
Yeah. Well, if it's something that gets to be adjusted, right? Can work. So what kind of questions do you have more on that?
Plants.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want me to share stuff, or do you want to ask more or tell me something?
I just have this thing with plants where I feel their energies literally shooting up through my fingertips, and my scalp tingles, and it's an exchange of energy where I give them my love and my energy, and I thank them. And it's not just my job. I'm a horticulture technician, and all my clients, they'll call my bosses and tell them that all their plants look better since I've been taking care of them. But it's also when I'm walking through a courtyard, I can feel them coming. It's coming from the bushes and it's just shooting into me, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever you get on that.
Well, I just keep hearing it's such a powerful love space, such a powerful connection of purity. And if you need help from them, that's what they're saying too. Is we're here for you also. How can we
I feel
support
that.
you?
I feel that. I'll stand there and just soak it in and thank them. It's palpable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's exciting. I've got a few plants in my house that have survived and they're strong and we love them and they love us. But yeah.
You get attached to them.
Yeah. So I think just keep going with it, and to not be overwhelmed, or to understand now the intricate communication, the language. Now you're going to learn how you translate it. Okay? Because sometimes plants sing.
Yep.
Sometimes they move a little bit, or the light will hit them a certain way. But they definitely move through feelings. A lot of feelings that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're wanting to utilize that in an English way, now you get to figure out how to translate that. But you don't always have to. I think it's just a really good, pure love connection that
it's all about love.
Yeah, I would keep going with it. I'd keep going with it.
Yeah, and I want to spread that to people and just the energy out into the earth.
Yeah. Well, they can detect things that are happening, with the earth and the air. Also, there's a bunch of them that are already connected to other places. If they're willing, then you can utilize, okay, send this out. Okay, send this out. Okay, send this out, like a network in their roots and stuff too.
Cool.
And it'll work. Something
funny that just came to mind. Several years ago, I think it was during COVID, you were doing a live reading, and you picked me, and you said, Robin, I think I see you working with plants. I think you should do something with plants, plant a garden or get a job with plants. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, been there, done that, and I don't want to haul heavy buckets of water around anymore,
Yeah.
And didn't think anything would come of it. And then a year and a half ago, I became a horticulture technician again, and I love it.
Wow.
I love it. So
good job.
That was a good job on you.
Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, the plants are really amazing when you can connect like the way you do with them. There's so many of them, and they love big. They really do love big. Do you have another question? What was one of the other ones?
My jobs. I have 2 jobs. I'm a horticulture technician, and then on the weekends, I have a side hustle as a security officer.
Ooh, nice.
2 very different things. But I'm just wondering if I'm going to stick with doing that, or if I'm going to expand in any way to anything different or more of, or anything you've got for me.
Well, what I keep hearing is right now the jobs are stabilizing and supporting you right now. You're kind of in a limbo transition with both yourself, your house, your parents, all of that is a really tricky space right now to be really branching out into too many other things that you're going to be giving your energy to, right? Like a new business or just even looking for it. And so I would say that it feels like these are gifts to just kind of give you a moment. So you know where to go, you know what to do, you do something you like, and you're not expending too much, where you can pull yourself back in and work with yourself, and also while this transition's going on. And so after you smooth out a little bit more, because you're not supposed to have so much turmoil in your life. And you've kind of dipped your toes in all these like really tricky situations, right? which is okay because you like a little bit of adrenaline here and there, right? Mm. And so right now it's kind of like a settling down and empowering you up. Mm. And then you'll have more ability to really have momentum somewhere.
Love that.
So that's what I would say. But yeah, actually, Robin, do you have anything coming up for me?
So I've watched all your shows and I didn't still know what to expect when I came here today. But even though these were readings you were doing for other people, I somehow learned and took something from it every time it affected me with every single one of the shows you've done. I wanted to thank you for that because I've grown a lot and you've just been an inspiration.
Thank
you.
you.
And the other thing that inspires me is the love that you and Scott have for each other. And it's just amazing. And you don't find a love like that very often, especially these days. And I'm grateful for the two of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I see there's some parts with Scott that I wanted somebody to love these parts of me so bad, right? And so good. But then when he came in and was seen and actually loving me, and I didn't know quite how to handle it.
Yeah.
And so that's a little bit of what was being said for you also, is really share on these things that you love about yourself
so that I can receive it.
Yes. Because you'd think, oh, of course I want that. Oh, of course I want that. But then all of a sudden it's like, what are you doing? It's funny what we were like, oh, wait a minute. Am I okay? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I like that. You have some big transitions that are still in process. And
always.
But it's going to smooth out. The troubles are going to smooth out.
Good.
All of the choppiness is smoothing out. So you can ride the fun waves, you know. I get smacked around all the time. But
go with the flow.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions before we kind of close this one up?
Do you feel anything with my family, me and my family?
The ones that are alive or the ones, any of them that have gone?
Anything that comes up.
Okay. Your dad, he's the one in the bed, right? He's feeling like a puzzle that's just kind of laying out there that he's hoping people will put pieces back together again. But also he doesn't want to be a puzzle. This is really interesting. That is just laying out there for random people to try to put together randomly, right? And so to me, what that feels like is he doesn't want this part of his life to last very long. He wants it either together, the puzzle piece together, and it's a cool puzzle so he can actually, you know, or he doesn't want to just be out there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And so, but he doesn't, like, what do you do with that? How do you... Just like for you to know that a lot of it is, where are these attachments that are holding him in this bed space, right? And that means like expectations of what you or somebody else would like it to be, like, make sure I've helped everything we can, or, oh, the doctors say this, so make sure you do this. You know, there's a lot of things that could be holding somebody here and in an ailment longer than they need to be.
Yeah.
And
he's been doing a lot better. It was in the beginning he couldn't move at all. And now he's able to get himself up onto a walker.
Good.
So
okay, so he's putting the puzzle piece together.
That's what I feel like. The puzzles.
Yeah.
He's working on it.
So then if he does get it together, that's where he's like, let me be together. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Let me
very
be
much
strong
the
as
let
I
me
can.
part.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. So you're feeling it too with it. Congratulations. Good job. I'm proud of you. That's a hard place to be. And you look fabulous.
Thank you.
And I absolutely love it. Thank you for watching, being such a good support. Thanks for being a good friend for so long. We've known each other the distance for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we loved you on Egypt when you came. So
Yeah.
we'll play some more, yeah?
I'd love to.
Okay. All right. Give me a hug.
Thanks, Ruth.
Thank you. All right. So as you can see, we have a lot of varieties to our shows. And what I loved what she said was that she learned something from the different shows that we've put on. And so I invite you guys to go check out some more of the videos and see what works for you.